Hi, everyone. Hopefully you're well. It's Wednesday of DLD week 730. Um, no, really, what day is it? Today is the 22nd, so it's Wednesday. Okay, great. So I put together a little document here to help you make plans or see what's upcoming for the remainder of the school year. So as you can see, there's not a lot of time left in terms of days and weeks. I think there's actually, 20 days left of school. Hold on. I want to make sure that's right. So I'm not counting today because we're in it. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's about 4 weeks. It's 20 days because it's Wednesday. So in 4 weeks from today is the last day of school, which is May 20th. So let's just go through this really quick so you can have an understanding of what my expectations are for the remainder of the school year. So we'll start from the top. April 20th to the 24th. That's this week right now. And today's the 22nd, obviously. So we're in that week. You are currently working on the EOC practice test on the assessment tab of eClass. Remember, the code is EOC test. That is the 60-question practice test. I am not counting it for a grade, but it's important for you to have an understanding, at least, of what I expect you to have learned on some strong level this school year with me. Remember that there is no EOC, but there is a final exam. Okay, so those are two different things. But back up for a second, let's talk about the EOC. Even though there isn't one, this practice test is a really, really good summary, I guess you could say, of what types of questions would be on the EOC. Typically what happens is kids that take that practice test very seriously do very, very well on the EOC. I think I've mentioned that a couple of times in the past year anyway, that if you did well on it in terms of you understood material, at this point, I'm not really concerned about you getting a really super high score. I am concerned with you putting your effort into it and doing the best you can. Of course, there's going to be questions on there that you don't know. Just do the best you can with it, okay? I am going to have, that was weird. That came out strange. Oh, no. Where's the dog? Titan. He's outside. It's missing. Okay. Thursday or Friday of this week, and I know Friday is Pause Friday, but I will have a video review of all of the questions. So I'll have an answer key ready for you, but also I will have kind of my thinking of how you should have solved these types of problems or what I would do to solve these types of problems. So you can have some insight on that too, okay? So if you finish or you're finishing the EOC practice test and you're getting like 50s, 40s, and 60s, that's actually normal. The normal score on this is like a 55 or a 60. I don't think I've ever had a kid get higher than an 81 or an 82. So it's a hard test. So don't think for a second that you should be getting an A or a B on this. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Okay. Moving on to next week, April 27th to May 1st. That's next week. I want to preview geometry next year for those of you who are going to geometry, or I'm going to make an algebra review of the most important concepts that'll kick you off for next year in high school. So that week, next week, will be a preview or a review of new material or old material. There will be nothing due in terms of grades that week. There will be nothing for you to do in terms of, hey, I got to send Mr. Dramis this work because he's grading it. That's not going to be the case next week, okay? So that's the week where I'm going to preview next year's material in one way or the other, whether you're going to geometry or whether you're going to algebra. Okay. May 4th through the 8th is your performance final exam, okay? That is going to be part of your grade. It's 5% of your grade, and it's one question. So here's what happens. On the 4th, which is a Monday, I'm going to provide you with what the 3 options of questions are, because there's going to be 3 questions. I will give you a very, very strong insight and review on what I'm going to be asking you. Basically, I'm going to tell you right outright what I'm going to ask you, but I'm not going to ask you the exact question, okay? Then you, on May 7th, which is the performance final day, you are going to take one of those 3 questions, and you're going to write out your response and solve the question and send it back to me. You're doing one of the questions, not 3. One. You're picking one of 3. Hold on. Dog being stupid. Hey! Hey, here. Stop eating dirt. Stupid. Come here. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So that's going to be the idea for the performance final. That same week, I'm going to provide you with a final exam review. And that's going to be, I mean, probably a little packet. It's not going to be a lot, maybe 20, 30 questions tops of dedicated review directly to what's going to be on your final exam. Okay. The final exam in my class is going to be Thursday, May 14th. Now that's final exam week, the 11th through the 15th. So I'm not giving you any instruction and anything to do except for that review, and I'll certainly be available for questions that you may have. The final exam is going to be about 20 questions or so, all multiple choice. It'll be on eClass, and I'll give you more information as we get closer to that day. But I will give you a very, very strong dedicated review to doing well in the final. Our idea is, I am not trying to trick you. We are not trying to trick you in the final. We just want to know, did you grasp the concepts of this semester or did you not? Okay, and we'll go from there. May 18th through 20th, that's the last week of school. There's only 3 days that week. That is, again, going to be kind of what I did previous weeks, would be a geometry preview or an algebra review continued. After the final exam, boys and girls, I'm not taking any grades up unless you have missing assignments. So if you're up to date, I have to do something with you. I can't not do anything, but I'm going to give you some work to do in terms of previewing for the next year. Okay. And then May 20th, Wednesday, May 20th, again, 4 weeks from today is the last day of school. So you can see right there that we've got kind of a lot to do, but the final exam is going to be the biggest part of that. Okay. I know this is a longer video, but I wanted to explain this stuff to you. Again, this week you should be working on the ESC practice test, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Get your missing work in too, because some of you are missing a lot. You do. Okay. Bye.